Soul Souls, welcome back to the channel, Beautiful Awakening with Shantia. Welcome to a channeled message with me. So in today's video, we're going to be doing something slightly different. I typically do pick a card readings. It's been a minute since I did a channeled message. So this is going to be a special 12/12 channeled message because this is the final portal gateway, I guess, for the end of the year. I thought it'd be fun to do a 12/12 video for you guys, and we're going to do a quick collective reading where I'm going to share a message that I channeled off camera, and then I'm going to pull some cards, and of course we will do a meditation. So use this reading as an opportunity for you to set intentions for 2025 and creating more of becoming or transforming more into what you desire to transform into for yourself. So we have some amazing messages in store for you guys. I also have a pick a card reading coming. Saturday midnight is typically when I upload it as usual, so be ready for that. So this is going to be the relationship reading. This is about a divine connection coming to you. So that's what it's going to be about. It's going to be about a special divine connection meant for you. We've seen this message repeatedly many times in the collective. Essentially, relationship dynamics are shifting and changing. And those of you who are the old souls or the star seeds and part of the 144 sacred mission are here to usher in a new era of healthy partnership. So we're essentially creating a new wave for ourselves, and it's going to become contagious, and it's going to help many other people to heal relationship dynamics for themselves. But intentionally, most of you were placed here at this point in time to be activated, to wake up, so that you can be part of this 144 sacred mission at this point in time. You heard the call, you answered the call, and here we are. Yes, let's go. Also, as you guys know, I have a transit video that's coming up. I'm excited about that. We're going to be learning about the specifics of transits, and then soon after that, I will have the final pick a card reading. And that is, yes, the final 2025 reading. The transit reading is going to be about 2025, by the way. And I will talk briefly about some of the themes that have played out in this year that are going to continue on into next year as well, or evolve to their next level or their next part, next step. But in addition, I will be doing the 2025 pick a card reading for you guys. So I'm excited for that. Okay, so let's get started with our meditation. And then I will share the channeled message I got. So typically I channel and I try to receive whatever wants to come through. And then I channel with a crystal. So today we got the celestite. And I love the celestite. I think this is so, by the way, these are my reindeer. I can barely fit it in the camera. Headband here. I was just going to show you guys for a quick second. But yes, we're going to be sharing the message that came through with this. All right, let's go ahead and start our meditation. Release any energies that need to be released. Set intention for what it is you're excited to step more into for yourself. And welcome that. So check this out. Someone gave this to me. Someone gave me this big candle. And I'm like, what am I going to do with that? But it smells good. So I think you can find this at Walmart. The scent is called Glow Vanilla Pear Coconut. And the brand is called All's Well. So, yeah. If you're interested. I like anything that's slightly coconut-y, because coconut has a natural faint smell to it. If it's too strong, then I'm not really too crazy about it, but I like a bit of faint coconut mixed with different scents. Okay, you can take a moment to inhale and exhale if you want to. And I will ring the singing bow. That was loud. I also feel like that is setting the pace for 2025. So, moving into the message, one of the things I actually did hear was a chime in my head. And before that, I heard a song from Mulan called Honor to Us All. And Mulan, as we know, is about her connection to her ancestors and making them proud. That song is about making your ancestors proud. But in the song, it was very traditional, very old-fashioned concepts and ideas about what makes your ancestors proud. But I was getting a different message of what truly will make your ancestors proud. And what truly would make your ancestors proud is doing what Mulan did, following your heart. So one of the other theme songs for Mulan was True to Your Heart. I think that was like 98 Degrees with Nick Lachey. Maybe. I don't know if that was his band, but maybe. But yeah, I do remember that song, True to Your Heart. And that is the theme of the movie, is following what's true to your heart, not doing what you're told to do, because it's misleading, but it's also a test, right? It's an opportunity for us to make choices for ourselves and make better choices for ourselves. Ancestors, be true to your heart. You can listen to the song Honor to Us All, even though it's actually quite sexist and old-fashioned. So you might not want to listen to it. I think there was a mention of a lotus in that song, though. I like that. And the cricket for luck. So this is the message that I received from our guides and angels. Tried and true, patience and destiny awaits. Your hand's best bets. Yes, I know that sounds very abstract. It's not a full sentence because it was like it sounded like a poem. Different concepts coming through. So tried and true. I feel like this is about the trials that we've been going through. And through the trials that we've been going through a purification of understanding what's true for us. So the trials actually have only been helping us to cleanse what's not true. And what's not true is the reactive parts, right? Or the parts that are just falling away in our lives, whether it's a job or a relationship or a circumstance. All of the things that are not working any longer and are falling away are things that are meant to fall away. Because what's left is what's true. And you won't know that until you go through a shaking, sifting process. So patience, they're talking to us about being patient. They're also asking us right now to be continuously patient, exercise your patience, exercise your faith, exercise your strength, and find, the chopped wood. I have mentioned it before and I've talked about how, you're going through a period, but going through a chopped wood experience is not a period in your life. This is a commitment to yourself and how you can live the rest of your life and how you can actually live peacefully. So most of us who answered this call, we've been taught how to live a much more peaceful existence, a much more peaceful life that asks for us to do a lot less. Because what I have envisioned lately, and I'm sure you've had this vision before, is I've been seeing myself, but just in general, us as a collective, humans, when we sit in the midst of the storm, everything is kind of shaken up and whatnot, but it's rearranged. So the storm is actually a rearrangement to realign you with things that are meant to be realigned. So it looks like a storm, but things are actually being realigned for your best interests at heart. It's being realigned and coming together and being created for you. And that's what majority of the universe is here to do. So like many of you, when I answered this call, I'm sure you guys have been answering parts of this call for years, but when I was truly activated in 2022, I'm blanking out. When I was truly asked to step into this for myself, it was, I had a sense for what I was doing, but at the same time, it brought on additional challenges. That's not what I wanted to say, but I'm kind of blanking out, so it's fine. Yeah, so destiny awaits, your hand's best bet. That's about gambling. That's about taking a chance. They want you to know you have the best hand. I remembered what I wanted to say. So what I was remembering earlier is that when I was called to this pathway, I started channeling a lot of interesting concepts and ideas before I really started channeling on the channel and using tarot. I was channeling through songs, but I kept channeling certain messages. And one of the messages I got was, let the universe do the rest. Most of the work, actually. And that's what the awakening is understanding that you're not here to do that labor work to create this life. It should feel natural. It should feel effortless. You can rest. You know, it's time for you to be at peace. But the irony is that we're so addicted to work or being busy or being stimulated, it's hard for us to recognize that we are safe to rest, to be at peace now. The other message I got was, this is the time to know what is true. Okay, not another message, just the same message, but I wrote it down here. And the timing, that's what was sticking out to me. This is the time, because I was hearing a clock chime, or a tower town clock chime. This is the time. It's time. It's like the judgment, your judgment, right? It's up to you. It's an awakening. It's a choice to listen to that call and do something about it. Another thing I was seeing was a dragonfly. Dragonfly is symbolic for transformation, kind of like the butterfly. The dragonfly is symbolic for transformation and connecting to your true self. Another symbology I've seen connected to the dragonfly is that it represents God's light, which essentially is a transformation. When we recognize the light in ourselves, that's when we really start to go through that transformation and see that truth. Another thing when I meditated with the Celeste, I started seeing two girls playing, and I didn't realize it until I put it down. That's what I always see whenever I meditate with this crystal, because it's about tuning into, people call it your inner child. I guess I was seeing children. So tuning into your inner child, but really it's the pure essence of what you truly are. And it made me think of a couple of cards. I'm going to show you guys here. So I saw two girls playing jump rope. Synchronicity. So it reminded me of synchronicity, divine feminine energy. And so what I recognize in the collective is divine feminine energy sort of initiates this collective change, right? In us, not just women in general, but the divine feminine energy initiates it. The divine feminine energy is the energy in us that wants to play, and wants to have fun, and wants to be creative. So this is where a lot of people started being called to maybe tarot or creating YouTube videos or being creative somewhere, doing something. This is us activating our divine feminine energy and our playful energy. And it's through that activation of the inner child that the initiation is activated. So it starts off as playful, but I was also acknowledging it starts to get serious, because play is fun, but there's also the serious parts of the shadow work too. That's challenging. But the playful energy, that's the one that initiates it, and that's what I started my channel with. I started my YouTube channel with the playful energy. I was excited. I wanted to have fun. I wanted to try something different. And then things started to get serious, and I was like, what is this? And that's just the continuation of the journey of ascension and moving through those limiting beliefs. That's the limiting beliefs. That's the burden, the weight that you've been carrying with you, your karma. And then I was also seeing someone working on something. So it looked like they were crafting something with their hands. And it reminded me of Asta Nakshatra, which is in Virgo, which is about purification or making or creating. And K2, I haven't really talked about it that much, but K2 is in Virgo right now. And the nodes, Rahu and K2, are going to switch signs, I think early next year, maybe like February, March, around that time, which is going to be pretty amazing, because we're going to have an amazing conjunction, and I'm excited to talk about it during the 2025 transit video. So we've been working and we've been crafting. What we're crafting is we're crafting this golden timeline, this new timeline, this higher timeline energy, this 5D, whatever you want to call it. We are crafting it. And the way that we craft it is by thinking about it, talking about it, and doing our shadow work. So you think about it, you talk about it, but you also do your ascension work. You start to let go of old belief systems, you start to welcome new concepts, and you start to embody them. So we've been crafting it. And until we can complete this crafting work within ourselves, the harvest cannot be birthed. Or we can't see the physical manifestation. We have to complete the inner transformation first. So with the girls playing energy, I was connected to 2 cards, and I really like these cards. So this is from the Zodiac Into One. I always say it wrong. Into One Oracle? Intuit. But the way they spell it is IN2-1-T. So Zodiac Intuit Oracle 108. And this card deck has some phenomenal imagery. Because sometimes I'm like, what made them... Someone definitely was super psychic, clairvoyant who put this deck together. Because I started seeing these things. I started seeing some of these things before I even got this deck that matched up with the same themes. So we have here childhood, 6 Pisces, childhood. So that playful inner child energy. And we have here 2 Capricorn. That's where Pluto is at right now. And 2 Capricorn. And it says ascension. Why would a 2 Capricorn energy bring ascension? Huh? Like, it makes you want to think about it. But it's this playful energy here. So I wouldn't say we're just in shadow work, right? We're just in this darker energy or whatever. It's sort of a toss-up or a toggle back and forth between very playful and light to serious. Playful and light to serious. And that's kind of the cleansing work that we're doing. And all of this cleansing work that we're doing is to get us here. 2 Capricorn is the one with the girl in the with the balloons. She feels free. She feels liberated. She feels free and she feels liberated. That's what your guys want you to do. Ascend in your air balloon, like Charlie in the Chocolate Factory. Don't worry. You got the factory. You don't have to worry about it. It also says here in this 6 Pisces energy, no worries. They want you not to worry. It's not the time to worry anymore. So what I'm finding interesting about the transits is, no question, as far as transits go, we go through collective transformations. It's not by accident. You know, so it's like, are we in control? No, not really. We're not really that in control. Look at your birth chart. Look at your birth chart. I was looking at my sister's birth chart and I'm like, oh my gosh, that's exactly what you're meant to do. You're following your destiny and you have no idea. You've never looked at your birth chart before. And yet you're following your destiny. My birth chart screams artist, creative person. And I'm like, I've always loved art and creativity. I never known anything else that was available for me to do. That was the only thing I was interested in. So you can't run away from your destiny. And right now, all of you are destined for this. Ascension and no worries. It's exciting. So you guys are just being activated. You're going along with your activation. Keep going, because guess what? Your destiny is... you're consciously moving with it. So that's the difference. And when you consciously move with destiny, that speaks to ascension, that speaks to feeling empowered, as opposed to feeling out of control and powerless to what's happening in your life. Okay, so let's just go ahead and pull some cards. Oh, wrong deck. We got Queen of Wands. Sorry, you guys can't see. I don't have my phone set up going on here today. So we have the Queen of Swords and the Queen of Wands. You are a teacher, you are a leader, you are an inspirational leader, you are here because you are meant to inspire here. You're meant to help the collective be creative, activate their inner childlike energy. You're also meant to communicate this idea and concept to them. You're also meant to have an intuitive strategy along with your path that's sort of arranged for you, that you intuitively, you just kind of understand how to put together. Like, I'm seeing someone put together a course, putting together a course, or putting together, meeting with clients or classes, or this is just intuitively something you're meant to do, okay? You guys are creative leaders. of America. Just kidding. I was thinking about FCCLA. I was in FCCLA when I was in high school. It's like future something leaders of America, just for a little bit. I wanted my transcript to look good. It was kind of fun. We did a couple of fun projects, but not enough for it to be super memorable. But can you see, that's destiny. How many of you have you've seen someone, they inspired you, and you're like, I want to do that. That's because it's what you're meant to do. That's what you're meant to do. That's who you are. Okay? So you guys better be out there creating, making, doing things, crafting things behind the scenes, even if it's not ready to be, ushered out and shown and revealed to the public right now. Y'all better be, like this collective, y'all better be creating things, okay? I get these messages all the time in your readings. Okay. Deep knowing. You guys are intuitive as heck, okay? And it comes through your creative energy. It comes through your excitement, your inspiration, your ideas. And I'm seeing someone who's just really excited to try something out. That's your deep knowing. Sorry if you can't see it. It's like so far away. But this is your deep knowing. You deeply know yourself. You deeply know what you're here to do. So at this point, we're at this part in the ascension process where we have a very clear idea of what's going on. Like what we're supposed to do. Forget, 5D, 3D, whatever's going on there. How do you feel about yourself right now? Do you feel excited about trying some new things? Do you feel excited about creating? Do you have ideas? Because I'm learning from my ascension process, I started getting ideas and ideas and ideas. But this is kind of how I've always operated. When it comes to creativity, I had creative block for a long time. I didn't know why I didn't want to paint. I thought there was something wrong with me. I'm like, I don't know what's wrong with me. I have a gift. Everyone says I have this gift, but I don't even want to use it. Something wrong, maybe. I don't know. I just don't want to do it. I don't know what the thing is. Soulmates. I just split the deck and that came out. Then we got yin energy. Femininity. Yeah, that's just you following your intuition. It should feel like that. It's really that easy. You guys are so aligned. You just know. It's really that easy. It's just like, I feel like doing this. That's what you're supposed to do. We really complicate it. Do you need to go into a deep meditation to figure out what you need to do today? No, because it's something you've already thought about a million times. And it's something maybe you've tried a few times. Just keep doing that. Keep being you. Okay, we have a message of soulmates coming through. You got soulmates. Loving, kind partnerships meant for you. You've known this since you were a kid. You've always known this. You've always known this. This collective, you guys know this. This is meant for you. It's not, do I have a soulmate? Yeah. Of course you do. You looked it up. The message kept popping up somewhere. You kept seeing messages in movies, books. Of course you do. Universe is talking to you. Soulmate meant for you. Your other penguin. We got here yin. Super creative. Very flowy. Naturally attuned. Naturally magnetic. Comes effortlessly to you. There are a lot of videos out there where, and they're so fun. I enjoy them too. Where people talk about how great you are and this and that. All those hype videos, and it feels great. But the thing is, you really don't need to watch those videos to know this about yourself. You've always known this. You know you're the main character of your life. Are you living it? That's the question. Confirmation, you're super magnetic and you're very creative. Look at, we got privileged lady here, number 12. Sorry you can't see her. That's you, Elizabeth Bennett. was just watching Keira Knightley. Oh my god, I love Keira Knightley. That's you. You're a privileged woman. We got your message of concern. You've been stressed. You've been anxious. Why are you worried? You're taken care of by the divine. Process your worry. You know, that's what I'm going to say. I'm not going to be insensitive and be like, why are you worried? I worry all the time. I'm a Virgo, guys. Of course I worry. But then there are days where I don't care. You know, and I process it, I let it go. A really good message that wants to come through for that is, if you are worried, you have to start speaking the way your guides and angels speak to you. I am loved. I'm protected. I am abundant. I am love. I am love. I am abundance. I am safety. I'm nourishment. Speak about yourself the way that your guides speak to you. This has to become a regular part of your life. Your understanding. Because what they're saying is this is the truth. The truth is you are the privileged lady or man. You know, we don't discriminate here. But most of this falling is women, so we're going to get a lot of feminine energy. Naturally. Okay. We got here fan. Take a load off. Don't stress. You're here to be you. No need to stress. That is lesson number 4. I did a speech the other day. That's lesson number 4, or a couple weeks ago. Romance, celebration, party. That's your life. You're supposed to be Elizabeth Bennet. Pride and Prejudice. Celebration, romance, party. Yes. Okay. All right. Let's see if we can get... I feel like we need some... let's see what advice or guidance they have for us. In addition, let's see. And I'll put these... Where did I put it? We got here chess, divine plan, 3 Virgo, strategy, planning, checkmates. You don't make the plans. They've already been written. You don't make the plans. You just need to know your next step. You need to know where you're at. You have to acknowledge that, hey, maybe this is chill time. It's chill time, or, you know, chill period. Don't worry about anything. Tell us more about this chess. 3 Virgo chess. Grand design. Consequences to action. We got 8 of Cups. Okay. This is what we need to listen to here. So we got Diane from Discovery of Witches looking over a book. She's trying to find the answers. It's not Day. Every time I look at this, that's what it looks like, though. If you guys have seen Discovery of Witches, it's one of my favorite shows. Okay. She's looking... Oh, she's searching. Yeah, she's searching. She wants to find out who she really is. That's why. She wants to know who she is. She's infinitely curious. So you're infinitely curious. You want to know what's going on. You're on this beautiful journey. We have the Devil card, 4 of Swords. You want to know what's going on. The answer is already at your doorstep. Don't worry, don't be tempted by this ice cream here to indulge in bad habits that are not serving you. Don't be tempted to indulge in negative thinking patterns that you know better than to sit with too long. You know better, and you know what you need to do to let them go. What are some of the habits that help you to let it go? Is it affirmations? Is it breathing? Is it... you know, this, is it that? This woman looks like she's in an office not doing work. She's like, I don't want to work. No, thank you. I'm good. I don't want to do the work. I don't need to work. Universe is doing the work. Everyone's taking a nap in this. The fairies are taking a nap in this. Sorry, you can't see it. Let me just describe it. They're all taking a nap in this. She's not doing the work. Her emails are piling up. She don't care. Answer your guys' emails, though. Make sure you answer your emails, but she's not stressing about it. It's not that serious. It's not that serious. We take ourselves too seriously. Because we don't understand that by the design, the grand design of the universe, you are taken care of. And you're already at a higher state of consciousness that you wouldn't find yourself in really bad situations. You might find yourself in challenging situations, but you're not going to find yourself in something like really severe. Not enough unless your state of consciousness is like level 1, which at this point, this is level 5. So you can't even lower yourself to that standard where some sort of severity, negative energy shows up in your life. Any kind of negative energy that shows up in your life is going to be play. It's a Shakespearean play. Because you're too evolved for that. Too evolved for that drama. Okay. Let's go ahead and pull some advice cards. We got here chakra card 1, third eye chakra. You can use lapis lazuli or sapphire to help align your third eye chakra. So this is your intuitive abilities. This is what's healing in you and sharpening is your inner vision. Your ability, I don't even know why I'm showing you. You can't see nothing. Your inner, well, you can see the third eye right at the bottom. Your inner vision is sharpening to show you what you need to know. We have your throat chakra. This is the way you talk to yourself, communicate. This is your communication, creativity, and self-expression. If you feel creative and self-expressive and all of that's flowing, that's because your throat chakra is free. It's just floating. Flowing. So what I did to unlock my throat chakra, I started speaking more. I started journaling. I joined a public speaking group, and I had so much fun because I got air in my chart. I love talking, as you guys know, about things that I'm really passionate about, and this liberated me. The authenticity was not hard to align with. After I started talking, I was like, oh ho ho, I see. We hear solar plexus affirmation. I give myself permission to be my authentic self. Yes, right in alignment. Right in alignment. I give myself, I don't know why I'm showing you, you can't see nothing. I give myself permission to be my authentic self. So it's up to you. You got to give yourself the permission. You got to wake up every day and say, yes, it's time to be me. Time to be me, and that means being free. Doing what you always want to do. What do you want to do? What kind of life do you want to live? All right, so let's go ahead and pull a nakshatra card. Hopefully it's one I have notes on. Oh yeah. Oh no, it's not. You guys got Ardra. Sorry, I haven't finished these yet. I've been lazy. We got Ardra nakshatra. King of Swords. Tough. That's perfect. So Ardra is an air sign. It's in Gemini. Guys, sometimes it freaks me out. Like, synchronicity freaks me out because I'm like, you think, okay, I'm in control and I'm doing it all. You're not doing it. You're not doing nothing. We're actually living in a synchronistic bubble. We're living in a synchronistic finite sphere. I don't know what you want to call it. We're living in it. So Ardra nakshatra is about the storm. Sometimes this is a sign or a nakshatra where our emotions are particularly heavy and difficult. A really good Ardra native to reference is Kurt Cobain. And some of his songs, what was the we're just entertainers. Sorry, I don't know titles off the top of my head. But he, just in general, he had always this very rebellious attitude. It was very angsty, right? Art is super angsty. It's very stormy. And it's where a person, so this is Rahu, the North Node rules it. And Rahu amplifies the energies of wherever it's at. So Rahu is amplifying the energy of Gemini, right? So just imagine what Gemini is. Gemini is about information. But in Ardra, it's almost like information overload because now you're starting to get all of this psychic, intense information. And this is where in Ardra, you have to learn how to exercise boundaries when it comes to your mental process, how you process things. Strength, right? Guys, that's crazy. I said I saw someone sitting in a storm. Ardra, King of Swords. The King of Swords knows how to elevate to the highest state of consciousness because he knows how to handle the mental storm and the mental chaos. That's what you've been going through. You've been going through some of that. Yes, it has been testy, it has been trial-y, but this is what happens when you ascend. This is what all of the teachers before us had to do. They all had to go through that mental, that painful storm, and that painful storm was just moving through all of those limiting beliefs, because it's actually painful. To experience a limiting belief is painful mentally, physically, emotionally. It's draining. And in Ardra, imagine with the storm energy, it wants to be free. It just wants to be like it just wants to like get it all out. But it feels trapped. And this is where a person becomes very rebellious. They want to break free of societal standards. They want to, this is like very much third level of consciousness as well. It's about breaking free of societal expectations, of what you've been told to do, the system, the matrix. It's about breaking free of the matrix. And it requires a storm to do that. Because by the nature of life, life is inherently chaotic. I used to say that all the time. I stopped saying that. Life is inherently chaotic. Because I bet you every single one of you have experienced chaos in your life at one point or another, repetitively, growing up, in your families, or in relationships. Because that is the nature of life. And we go through that to develop our inner strength. And as we develop our inner strength, we stop experiencing all of that chaos. Not because we changed the world, we changed ourselves. We changed our perspective. So the hurricane reference I was getting in a reading weeks ago, that was about seeing from a higher or the highest perspective. And at the highest perspective, the storm can't touch you. It can't touch you. Because you see it for what it is. You see it for a Shakespearean play. You see it for the distraction that it is, and you don't let it get to you. You are powerful. You are a King of Swords. Right. We'll roll the astro dice and we'll close this out. This was a little bit longer than I was planning. Ooh, we got an 8th house. Oh my god, you guys got a moon in 8th house. Moon and Leo in the 8th house. So Leo is always about self-discovery. It's about you, yourself, knowing who you are, knowing what's true to you, authenticity, self-expression. 8th house is always about that hidden, shadowy aspect of ourselves. It's a place where we experience transformation. We connect to the occult in our deeper inner depths. And that's taking me back to Discovery Witches. Yeah, Discovery Witches, Diane, where she was trying to uncover who she really was. And this is also taking me to Mulan, about the ancestors. Who you truly are. What's hidden is coming to light. So you are discovering more about yourself. I think you're in a place right now. We haven't completed the transformation. It's still happening. Let me be honest. When it's going to get complete, I don't know. I'm not worried about it right now. I'm not worried about it. And you shouldn't either, because it's just natural. So just let it flow out naturally. With that moon in 8th house, you're going through a transformation, and what's going to be coming up is some subconscious beliefs about yourself and what's stopping you from being confident, what's stopping you from pursuing the life that you really want, what's stopping you from being you, what's holding you back. All of those subconscious thoughts, ideas, and feelings are going to start showing up right about now. That's exciting. Anything else you want to tell us about this moon moon in the 5th house in Scorpio? Moon in Leo in the 8th house. It's also a very psychic house, right? Yeah, we got 5 of Cups. Difficult emotions, very Ardra, and we got the Page of Cups. Okay, so this is about, obviously, you navigating your emotions. Like, this person looks really sad and just despondent, and disappointed at the way things are unfolding. This is, you know what I'm seeing? It's not about your reaction to things. I think it's about not judging your response to things. That's going to help you feel a lot more liberated. So yeah, of course you might be triggered when things aren't going the way that you want it to or the way you prefer it to. Of course you're going to be triggered. That's natural. And to me, with the Page of Cups and going back to that child and that inner child energy, I think this is about not being judgmental of how you feel. And I think that's kind of what the guides and the angels have been pointing at. So they're like, yeah, you're going to feel kind of depressed. And that's fine. It's about not judging yourself, judging the reaction. Like you're having a mental, emotional reaction, triggered reaction. And the triggered reaction really is just a release, right? Very much 8th house, Tower energy. It's just a release. And they're encouraging you to be more of an observer with this guy staring upon it himself. Be more of an observer of the energy and how you're experiencing things than a judger of it. Right? So yes, we have moments where we feel really down and depressed about things. We feel like the victim. Don't judge your reaction to being a victim. Watch it like a unconditionally loving parent. Become the unconditionally loving parent in you who says, yeah, you need to be depressed. That's okay. The Queen of Cups and the King of Cups are great at that. Oh, you feel depressed? You're anxious? That's fine. That's normal. That's okay. You're depressed. You're sad. You're reacting to it. It's not you. That's what they're trying to point to, though. They're trying to show you that the thing that's reacting isn't you. So observe that. And then you're going to start to laugh. Yeah, that's what I'm hearing. You're going to start to laugh and you're actually going to find it kind of funny. Because that's what happens to me all the time. I'll be like, what's going on? And then I'm like, oh my God, I'm crazy. That's so funny. I'm having a moment. I'm reacting. Everything's fine. I'm fine. You're fine. Everything is the way it needs to be. And I'm not telling you that. You know, sometimes it sounds like we're trying to convince ourselves. This isn't a convincing thing. This is what we've been re-educated to understand. It's the truth. It's the truth. And this is why we need to take those moments. We have to have a couple of memories where we recall times where we were worried and it didn't happen. The thing that we were worried about, it didn't happen. We were actually fine. We were taken care of. How many times has that happened to you? And I'm willing to bet you it's been an infinite amount of, like so many times that you can't even count. You'll probably start thinking about it and then you'll make a list and you won't be able to stop making a list. How many times were you worried about something and it didn't happen? It's just a feeling. It's just a feeling. That's a song somewhere. It's just an emotion. It's just a feeling. You can't control it. Let it happen. You'll be fine. You'll be fine. Okay. So we're going to close it on that. I don't know how your Mercury retrograde has been going. I had a lot of interesting things happen when I was making the divine connections. I had to complete creating the file for that 3 times. Because each time there's some kind of detail, something I missed. I've had some like weird things with my audio where it records and then it stops recording for like 2 seconds and then it records. And I'm like, what's going on? It's a little delayed. Maybe I need a new cord. But that's happened, but it always ends up fine. I'm always like, oh, I'm so lucky. Could have cut out, man. It could have cut out and I would have had no audio. That would have been more challenging. But yeah, Mercury retrograde has been interesting. Mars, I don't know where it's at. I think it's been like Gemini, Cancer, somewhere. But maybe you're feeling a lot of emotions right now. And that's why I'm telling you guys, like, this is just natural. Things are just happening. We kind of are, I know it's sort of tricky to think of it this way, but we kind of are test subjects, or we're characters in a play. Let's think of it like that. We're characters in a play. And the whole fun of the game of being a character in a play is realizing that you're a character in a play. And then it becomes funny. And then it becomes a comedy. Now it's not so like, oh my gosh, why is this happening to me? Oh, interesting. Very interesting. Yes, so intuitive abilities, activations are happening, but as you guys know, what we're going through right now is just a part of the ascension process. It's a part of the initiation. And at some point, you'll have the opportunity to share more of your creative gifts in a much more free-flowing way. Now's the time to explore them. Explore your creative gifts. Don't feel the need to create anything official just yet, because there's a transformation that's happening and you want to wait till it's complete. Confidence is what we're being upgraded into. And right now we're working on our King of Swords. Confident in our thought processes, and going through a purification when it comes to that is what's most important. Feel free to play, have some fun. This is part of it too. So I notice in my day-to-day life, it's not, it's quite boring. I don't know how else to describe it. That's kind of the best way, that's the best sort of experience to have going through something like this. But I think what makes it nice and boring is that I'm just doing me. I'm doing me, and I have clarity on what's going on, and that's all I need. We get the same messages all the time. I have fun, I create, I live my life, I talk to people, I do a lot of hermiting, and everything seems to move as it needs to. But just trust that deep inner knowing within yourself about, okay, I know this. And I think this is very important too, with the King of Swords, is be very confident in what you know, what's coming through. And the best way for you to be confident in what you know is to observe it. So anyone who's ever grown in their confidence, they just observe it. They just pay more attention to it. And you'll start to see, you'll notice maybe more of the synchronicities. Maybe you can have more conversations with your guides where you're like, okay, can you send me this sign? The other night I had a lucid dream, and I thought something in my dream, and it happened. And then I thought something else, and it happened. And I was like, oh gosh, this is freaking me out a little bit. I know some of you have tried lucid dreaming before. I don't really try to lucid dream. I don't really care. My dreams have also been crazy. Maybe your dreams have been crazy as well. I don't really care to lucid dream because I know that dreaming is for rest, and it's for my astral body traveling and going where it needs to go to receive the guidance and the mastery or the learnings that I get in my sleep. But I don't need to see it. I channel it when I'm awake, in my awake time. I channel it. I bring it alive naturally, intuitively. But I had a lucid dream, and I just asked some questions, and they showed me some answers, and I was like, okay, freaking me out a little bit. I didn't need to know. Because I was wide open, and that's the only thing about astral traveling is you just need to be careful because your energy is open. There is a barrier between us and entities, but you just want to be careful. You want to be careful because sometimes you're not able to fully control that, and I wouldn't say they can fully access your energy. It's just there's a reason why we're not given privy or access to just astral travel whenever, because we are here to be on Earth, and we have all the knowledge we need here in our awakened hours. Okay, that's going to be the end of this. Like, subscribe, or comment down below to let me know what you guys are thinking, how you guys are feeling. Happy holidays for all of y'all around the world. Enjoy this time in your life, and just know that this transformation that you're going through it's beautiful. It's the best thing that's ever happened to you. It's exactly what you needed. It's exactly what you asked for. It's exactly what you prayed for, and it's happening the way it needs to. You're destined for it, so just trust it. I'm like, destiny really is a thing. I know that's a debate too, but we don't have enough time to talk about that. All right, I'll see you guys next time. Bye.